Are you in love with David?
No.
Oh, that would be a fail.
Corinna, stop!
Can I just touch your pee-pee?
Corinna.
I'm so horny for David all the time.
Why?
I can't work with you anymore. It's too much pleasure and not enough business.
What the fuck's gotten into you?
Like single Corinna?
Yeah,
She's fun.
She's fun.
She's so fun.
I do like single
Let me
Corinna.
suck your dick.
Corinna.
Let me kiss you. It's Valentine's Day, bitch.
No.
All right, so from that scene right there, it's easy to see, and we all know this. Corinna likes sex, and she's open about it, and she's not scared of being judged about it. And the funny thing is, about two friends that are super open with each other, they're super open about sex with each other, is that they could flirt with each other like this. Now, does Corinna actually think that David's gonna hook up with her when she does stuff like that? I think she pretty much knows it's not gonna happen. I think she pretty much knows David's gonna push her off for whatever reason that he does. Is that to say that she wouldn't wanna hook up with him? No, I don't think so. But what I can say is I think the feeling of wanting to hook up with David is raised even higher because she knows that David is not as sexual as other guys are. He's not as forward as other guys are. So it's kind of fun to play with him. It's kind of fun to see where it'll go. It's kind of fun to push his buttons. And I think that's what Corinna was doing right there.
Can I start a Patreon where I like reveal myself and show my boobs?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you think you're the hottest girl in the friend group?
Yes.
True.
So quick.
Have you ever tried trapping Todd by getting pregnant?
No.
True.
Is Todd the best guy you've ever slept with?
Yes.
When I was having my breakdown the other day, like in the living room,
Yeah.
Corinna said while I was having my breakdown, she went into the bathroom and started masturbating to the sound of my voice.
Ew. I didn't do that.
Corinna.
People are gonna be like, Corinna is a psychopath.
By the way, this is 100% a true story.
Stop, David. I literally was like, because he asked me, he's like, can I say this in the car? And I was like, no. And he's
No,
like,
you
"Don't
said
worry."
I could.
You're like, don't worry, people will think it's fake. And then you set it up by saying, this is 100% a true story.
Tell us the truth. Did you masturbate to me?
Yes! I masturbated in the bathroom. That was the best 30 seconds of my fucking life. Is that what you want to hear?
Was that the truth?
Yes, that was the truth. That was the whole truth.
Told you. What'd you want to tell me?
You're not filming this.
Why?
Stop. You're not going to use it.
Turn the camera off.
The camera's off.
Not off.
Corinna, stop. Corinna. Corinna, you gotta get off.
You put me down here.
No, I didn't.
How did you tell me that? You made it look like I went down there.
No, I didn't.
What's going on with you two? It's really disconcerting.
Nothing with me, dude. She pushed me in the closet and tried to give me a blowjob.
You monster!
Okay, it's back to what I think it is. I think Corinna likes the idea of pushing David's buttons. I think Corinna likes seeing how far she could get with David until he gets uncomfortable. But at the same time, I don't think that means she's not attracted to him and she's just playing games. I think she is attracted to him. I think she's interested. But I think Corinna's interested in a lot of people. I think Corinna is interested in having sex with a lot of people. But it's more exciting with David. Why? Because David gets uncomfortable in these situations. And that gets exciting to Corinna. Why? Because I think she likes putting herself in that pursuer role and going for guys and going for whoever she wants when she wants to hook up, David being one of them.
Have you ever had a fantasy about Natalie?
Maybe. Yeah.
True.
Flip-flop. She's been telling about it the entire day to us.
Yeah.
All morning she's been talking about Natalie.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
So cute.
Have you had more than one fantasy about Natalie?
No.
Appears to be a lie.
How?
Are you in love with David?
No.
Oh,
That would be a fail.
Now, lie detectors aren't always right. They're usually wrong. They're not even scientifically used for court cases. But what do they show? They show when somebody's heart rate changes. And that hints that that person might be feeling uncomfortable. Does that mean that they're lying? No, it doesn't mean that they're lying. It just means that they're uncomfortable. So when Jason asks Corinna, are you in love with David? Maybe she's not in love with David, but maybe she has a crush on him. Maybe she does want to hook up with him. That could be a similar feeling that she's harboring, and that's where that guy found the spike in her heart rate or whatever the lie detectors do.
How do you think that you've gotten your following?
My tits.
Hey, come on. Don't forget about your ass.
Okay, so you had a bathing suit brand deal.
With my tits out.
Okay.
$17,000.
They paid you $17,000?
Yeah.
Jason, take your tits out. What did you have to do to make $17,000?
Try on 10 pairs of swimsuits.
10 pairs of swimsuits?
Yeah, that was a lot.
You had to put on 10 different bikinis. They're working you to the bone.
Hey, can we talk about something that's like a little bit weird? We had a lie detector test the other day, and Corinna said she fantasizes about me.
That is weird.
Do you know how many times he's brought that up?
What are you saying?
So you fantasize about David, huh?
Can I just put this out there? I just want people to know that I've known David for longer than virtually everybody in our friend group besides Dom.
And once you get to know him, he's so much sexier.
No, so like,
You masturbate to him?
Are you kidding me?
no. He's gonna bring that up like forever.
All right, so listen, everybody knows that David and Corinna are never really gonna get into a relationship or date. But what can you take from this video here? What can you learn? And what do I talk about if you've seen my other videos? It's okay for two friends to be attracted to each other. It is okay for two friends to want to hook up with each other. It is okay if two friends do hook up with each other. Now, what's important to keep in mind here is when two friends hook up, it's allowed to be casual. It's allowed to be fun. It's allowed to be not so serious. But that doesn't mean that you guys shouldn't communicate before or after about hooking up. Because if there are unspoken feelings in that relationship and you guys go on and not speak about it, not discuss it, that's when it could ruin a friendship and it could ruin a potential real relationship. What am I getting at here? I want to stop, and I talk about this a lot in my videos, I want to stop the idea of sex being this really taboo thing that should only happen between two strangers that are immediately aware that this is a romantic situation. That's old-fashioned stuff, and I believe that's actually hurting relationships. I believe sex is best when it's between two people that feel so comfortable with each other. Sex is best when it's two people that are friends with each other. It's okay to meet somebody and hook up with them and it starts as a romantic relationship. That's all right. But it's also okay to be friends with somebody and to be open about sex and to be open about being attracted to each other and to be open about the possibility of it getting somewhere serious or getting somewhere not serious. As long as you two are open about it and talk about it and say, listen, I'm okay with doing this as long as you know that I'm really not interested right now in getting into a relationship. I'm just attracted to you, I like you, but I still want to be friends. Or it's equally as okay to say, hey, listen, I don't know where this is going. I feel attracted to you right now and I want to stay friends. If it turns into something in the future, that's okay. But we should talk about it. We should communicate about it. Because the worst thing is if there's unspoken emotions in this friendship right here. I don't want to ruin this. I really like you. Now, I'm sure through this screen, you're listening to me and you're thinking, this guy must be crazy. He's talking about hooking up with friends. He's talking about breaking the old tradition of seeing somebody as romantic from the start, and your friends are your friends, romantic partners are romantic partners. What is he talking about? Listen, this happens more often than you think. To friend groups just like the Vlog Squad, they are the exact example. And that's why I talk about them a lot, because they do this all the time. And who knows who's hooking up behind the camera, right? But the important thing to point out is they are so open with each other. They cuddle with each other. If you saw Corinna and Jason on the couch kind of hanging close, but that doesn't mean that they're attracted to each other, or that doesn't mean that Corinna's attracted to Jason and wants to hook up with them, but they're open. I want to take away the idea of sex being this huge, big, important thing, because I believe that is where sex gets into dangerous territory. When it becomes a thing that is so forbidden, that is what makes people want to force it to happen when it becomes less of a serious thing. I believe men especially will become a lot more lax about it happening and a lot more relaxed about it not happening. Now, I know what I'm talking about is a little counterculture, it's new, but I believe this is the best way moving forward for our society and our culture to see our relationship with sex. Now, there's so much more to talk about that, and if you're interested in learning more, click subscribe. I'm making these videos 4 times a week, sometimes even more. Now, my favorite thing about YouTube is the social aspect. I love my community. And because of that, I love getting my subscribers helping me to create the videos. What does that mean? I put a weekly poll of what videos I should make for that upcoming week. This video right here, it was voted by all of my subscribers, and thank you guys so much for voting for this. This was a fun video to make. Now, if you go into my Instagram, click in the link in the description, you'll be able to follow me, and at the end of the week, I make a poll. I'm talking to my subscribers all the time, so make sure you get on my Instagram and vote. If you want to learn more about David Dobrik, I have a full analysis on why he's so charming and attractive to women, and you can watch it right now.